Hey folks, it is the night before the final chapter 16 is released for early access. In other words, it's Monday evening. I've just finished the live show and I'm browsing through the patch notes. The patch notes for patch 4.7, game update 4.7 for Star Wars The Old Republic is now available. Very narrow, short, and weird patch notes, I must say, but we hope that the content is important, and it actually is. Let's check out what's good about these things coming tomorrow. Chapter 16, the Battle of Udesson. Prepare to face Arkan in deadly combat as he launches a full-scale assault against the Alliance base on Udesson, still recovering from a shattering betrayal of the now renegade droid Scorpio. The Outlanders Alliance must rally to defeat Arkan's forces in a desperate battle to determine the fate of the galaxy. We already know that 9th of August is early access for the final chapter of Fallen Empire. I've already published two previews, two teaser trailers if you wish, and one longer video with my crazy speculations involving HK Droid and Malgus. If you haven't checked the video, well, please do so. I'll make sure to link it here somewhere. The new Alliance alert, Shining in the Darkness, is something that we have expected in the previous patch, but it was delayed for whatever reasons, a bug maybe. Something is fishy on Nar Shaddaa. Voss Mystic Sunrise most recent vision will send you to the Smuggler's Moon in search of a mysterious Force user. I love the way they've described these things. Luckily, Blaze is sure he knows exactly who she means and will be tagging along for the ride. I love to see one of these companions that we've recruited to be actually viable for another mission. This obviously means that you need the mission with Blaze to be completed in order to unlock this next one. The new pack opening experience. I've already described this and made a video preview, so there is probably not much to be seen or heard, but let's check it out very quickly. This is my post. It's actually the contents from the BioWare community blog, and on the top you have a video preview that I've created specifically for this. Going on after that, we have improvement on the collections. Unfortunately, it's not exactly the improvement I would desire, because the user interface for collections, especially the left side where we have the expandable tree, is unbelievably ugly and hard to use. So, collections have seen a slight reorganizations. For ease of use, collections now has several helpful subcategories to help you quickly find a weapon type or creature mount, because we know we want creatures from collections and nothing else. Companions now have their own collection category. This is actually good improvement. Unfortunately, well, I've already told you why I don't like the collection UI. General changes. Among some achievements fixes and codex entry fixes, we have some important things to mention here. Weapon tuning slots have been added to level 50 operation and PvP weapons. Very good change, BioWare, thank you. Players can now use the companion locator terminal in the Alliance base camp to regain companions, which became unavailable due to the Fallen Empire storyline. You must complete Chapter 16 before this option is available. Note that the terminal doesn't allow you to regain companions which were guests, such as Darth Mar, who, spoiler alert, actually died in Chapter 1 of Fallen Empire. I'm not exactly sure if BioWare is talking about this companion locator terminal, the one that we've been using, because most of us already regained our companions back, those that haven't been returned to us via missions or via the main story. I've been playing with my favorite healing companion Doc on the Jedi Knight class for ages now, so I'm not exactly sure what different and what new BioWare is allowing us to do after tomorrow's Chapter 16 is completed. Character wielding a vibroblade and a lightsaber no longer use the one-handed idle stance. That's a very good quality of life change, I should say, probably for those of us who care about the animations they're looking at. Well, obviously, if you're doing PvP or endgame content, you don't pay too much attention to the animations, but when you're casually strolling left and right and just leveling and grinding stuff, it's cool to see these things working and looking properly. The character sheet now displays correct values for companion damages and no longer takes equipment into account. I've never paid attention to the numbers for my companions. I knew how powerful they are. I know how many mobs they can take care of or how many groups I can pull. Honestly, I personally didn't know this was bugged. It's only a visual bug though, or at least that's what BioWare says with this patch note line. The graphics settings bloom now works properly with skyboxes when using MSAA. Woohoo! Thank you. Republic characters now receive a Sarlacc Stomper title and a Codex entry. Okay, I've actually randomly started reading the Codex entry updates and the achievements. Down below, I believe there is something else very important to note as well. Color crystals can now be previewed without first previewing a weapon. This is a huge upgrade and a very, very desperately needed quality of life change. Again, very good improvement on BioWare's side. I believe this to be a bug, but it's been in the game for so long and nobody ever admitted really openly that this is a bug in the game. So we've just decided it's the way it should be, and now they're changing it very well. The Dark vs. Light Flashpoint Master achievement is now a requirement for completing the Dark vs. Light Legend achievement as intended. This is nothing new, this was a bug, they've announced it, but they're fixing it with the release of the final chapter, which was also a requirement for the Legend achievement, so nobody was capable of achieving this last final tier anyway. Fix for the cartel market, and then we go down below with items and economy. A new vendor has been added outside the Eternal Championship. This new vendor sells 220 rating items for the Eternal Championship trophies. I haven't seen the vendor obviously since I'm recording this before the vendor's appearance. But I can tell you that these are not going to be on par with the 220 from Operations. Probably the same kind of a so-called trash, non-set version of the 220 rating items. But still a very nice improvement. And a good way to spend the tokens that you've probably earned in piles from the Eternal Championship. Random changes with missions and NPCs. Removed the Group Finder tactical flashpoint mission that was incorrectly appearing on the Republic Fleet's priority mission terminal. I have actually picked up that mission and I believe it will probably be gone tomorrow on the character I picked it up with. Attack effects no longer fire from the feet of Annihilator T4-1D, and similar changes following down below. Something that's worth noting is Imperial and Republic commanders now only spawn in PvP instances. Very good, that would actually spawn some activity inside the PvP instances. And the last but probably the best change, or reverted change, BioWare is increasing again the credit reward amount for all heroic missions. It's not mentioned if the amount will be set back to its previous value before the nerf, but we, not me exactly, I never cared for heroics, but we as a community told them and showed them very loud, out and clear that this nerf to heroic rewards was a very bad decision, and for good or evil they're fixing it or reverting it very quickly. That's my short, or okay, not so very short. I was thinking of a shorter overview of this patch notes, since you see it's not very long actually. But anyway, I hope you find this video useful. You can always check the patch notes on my website. You have a link provided here on the video, or you can visit SWTOR's official website. But since you know it's usually down during the maintenance, and most of us actually want to check the patch note exactly when there is a maintenance, well, it is a way for you to check them before the patch is up. And the last reminder, do not hurry to patch, because God knows how many things can go wrong if you start downloading the patch as soon as it becomes available. The patches are not very big if you have stable and good quick internet connection. Don't rush to download it as soon as possible. Wait, if not at least until the servers are up and running to know that everything is okay. Wait and see Reddit and other forums and all over the internet if people are experiencing issues with the patch. The worst thing that can happen to you is that you might have to reinstall the whole game if something, God forbid, goes wrong. I'm VULKK, and I will see you tomorrow for the live show, or if you're watching the video later and I've already done the live show. It was a pleasure for me to play chapter 16 before all of you. See you next time. Bye bye. Thank you for watching, I hope you have enjoyed the video. If so, click the like button and help me out. Also leave a comment and let me know what you think. Visit my website VULKK.com for daily videos and news, and stay in touch by following me on Facebook and Twitter. To help me improve and expand, consider becoming my patron with a small monthly pledge.